going on, guys? Black Scout Survival Late Night Live. Thanks for tuning in. And tonight I got something a little different. I thought it was pretty cool. I always like to look back at old, um, you know, articles and things like that, and see how it relates to today. Black Scout Will actually sent this to me last week, and I was kind of blown away because this article is from 1989, and I'm going to throw it up on the screen, and we'll go through a few different things about it. The article was in Los Angeles Times in December 12th, 1989, and it talks about the top 10 forecast. And what it's referencing is forecasting of the future. And we're going to go through each one of these, right? So the world's future society top 10 forecasts for the coming decade and beyond. Number one, cash will become illegal in the future for all but very small monetary transactions by 2050. No paper money with value more than $10 will remain in circulation. Restrictions on the use of cash, chiefly paper money, would provide one cheap and effective method of crime prevention. What they didn't know back then is that how the internet would facilitate crime. So I'm going to pull up some various different articles. So this is Money Under 30 website.com. The future of cash, will it disappear or become obsolete? For cash, for some, cash is still something they use every day. For younger generations, cash is becoming more and more obsolete. Here's the future of cash. So this was published June 1st, 2022. And it's talking about essentially that cash has been in circulation for several human lifetimes. If you're a betting person, you would probably bet on it disappearing. Probably wouldn't bet on it disappearing anytime soon, but there's possibilities in either direction. They say, talk about cryptocurrencies, and we know that even the U.S. is trying to get involved in cryptocurrency. They're locking down, crypto billionaires are winding up dead, things like that. They're being off by CIA assets and these sort of things. So we have the rise of electronic payment methods, obviously Zelle, debit cards, direct deposits, online payments, PayPal, money transferred to different cash apps. So, I mean, money by and large is obsolete. Not a lot of people carry around cash. Most of it is just numbers on a screen. It says that it fights against crime because cash has been associated with crime. And what they're talking about is drug-related stuff, invisibility of cash, things like that, because there's not a lot of record of it. And a buddy of mine, he was telling me a story about he was building a house, and he had saved up cash in his freezer. He was putting money in his freezer. And when he went to buy his house, he was putting $40,000 cash down. And the guy said, "I can't take this." And he was like, "Why?" He said, "Because this is either drug money, stolen, or you were paid under the table, like a legal immigrant or something." And so, large sums of cash obviously is used in crime rings and things like that. So goes on, job eliminations in banks and credit unions, because if everything's online, it's digitized. And do you really want artificial intelligence being in control of your money? Not me. But it says here, cash remains the primary medium of exchange among the poor. This is true. If you ever worked in any kind of environment, you'll notice a lot of guys with a lot of people that make lower income, they'll just go cash their check. They won't even have a bank account or anything like that. They'll go to some gas station or something, cash their check, and they'll literally live off of cash. And so that is true. It says cash is the best remedy for identity theft. Now, this is something that they did not know back in 1989, how prevalent that would be. So obviously, cash can't be taken via internet. Privacy, obviously privacy from the government. The government wants to know everything you're doing. And then talks about tradition. So anyway, one other benefit though about if we went to a cashless society, I tell you what it will bring back. It will bring back bartering. You'll see that coming big time, right? So number two, electronic immigrants, people who telecommute via computers to work in another country, will be the new global workers of the future. So yeah, that is definitely a huge prediction, right? Because it happens. So I've got another article here, and this is from Ivan Novation. Pros and cons of outsourcing foreign workers. So in fact, 300,000 positions are estimated outsourced every year, according to Small Biz Genius. So what they're doing is every time you make a call, you'll get someone from overseas, like PayPal uses Ireland, I think, and AT&T uses, I believe, Asia or something like that. A lot of people use India. A lot of companies use India. I think Google's big in India, stuff like that. So what you're usually talking to somebody that's working in the middle of the night, and they're the ones handling your stuff. You're not talking to Americans. So that prediction was accurate. So you can see, I mean, it's big time. I even know cats that have virtual assistants, because you can get them pretty cheap. Guys like in the game, like me, that does things like I do, and they have virtual assistants that they hire, that work overseas, and they're basically, they set up appointments for them, doctor's appointments, pay bills for them, handle business stuff, all those sort of things. So a lot of people are already doing that, just even on a small scale, not even large corporations. So the next one, number 3, robots with human intelligence will be common within 50 years, such as artificially intelligent robots may one day possess levels of intelligence far greater than that of humans. Well, we already know that exists because of the artificial intelligence, right? And so we have the rise of artificial intelligence. This is from Forbes. Will robots actually replace people? In many places, they already have. So they're saying robots and artificial intelligence are expected to permeate our daily lives by 2025. This article was actually written when? I don't have a date, or not that I see. Anyway, by 2025, AI is responsible for medical research breakthroughs and climate research, not to mention self-driving cars, and we're going to get to that too. Will robots replace human workers? The answer seems to be divided, they say. It will displace a lot of people in blue and white collar jobs. Their concern is the increase in income inequality and create mass of virtually unemployable people. And if you ever heard Elon Musk talk about this, that's what he said. And that's one thing that scares me about Elon Musk, is he said that humans will be replaced by robots, and then everybody will get like a social paycheck. You just sit home, right? And so essentially socialism, but what we don't want. Anyhow, and who don't like going to work? I think we all like going to work, don't, except for dirtbags. Anyway, yeah. So that is there, right? So again, so we're going down this list, right? And my question is, this from 1989. Was this a roadmap? And how many of these things are out here like this? Like, this is something that Black Scout Will stumbled upon. But how many things out here? Is this a roadmap? Was this like the plan? Or did they just have lucky guesses? I just can't believe they have this many lucky guesses in 1989. I was 9 years old then, and I would never even thought any of this, right? So number 4, physical restraints such as prisons will become unnecessary in the future with the availability and widespread use of electrical and chemical implants that will allow 24-hour day control of individuals' behavior. So that's scary. They're talking about drugging people, which does happen in prisons. They'll keep people drugged up, but they're also talking about like maybe ankle monitors and things like that. But if you look here, you remember George Floyd. It's from June 11, 2020. How would prison getting the abolition of prison actually work? And we see the police killing of George Floyd, one seemingly radical, decades-old idea that's been thrust to abolish prisons, right? So this has been thrown around since George Floyd, huge. And I do believe that this will probably happen. That's from GQ magazine, and that was during the George Floyd riots. So do I think that could happen? It definitely could. They'll probably use the excuse of social injustice to get rid of it, but it'll probably happen. Let's just be honest, it'll probably happen. So what's our next one? 5, future furniture will be smarter, quote unquote, able to communicate with householders and move about the home. Voice commandable robotic tables and chairs are already helping some elderly and handicapped people to live at home rather than in institutions. Non-handicapped people may desire robotic furniture that obeys commands. It's like, for real? For real? Yep. Well, those things are already here, right? Let me pull this site up. Best home devices for 2023, right? And this, we can go down. This is from PC Mag. This was updated November 22nd. And we have home monitoring systems, security systems, smart lock, Wi-Fi smart lock, ADT command, smart home security systems. This is like a smart hub. You can control light bulbs, everything else. Nest thermostat. These are probably a lot of items you've heard. Amazon Echoes, Google Nest Audio, Sonos. A lot of you guys probably have a lot of these things. Apple HomePod Mini. And these are FBI listening devices, if you didn't know. Wiz bulb colors, Hub Max, smart thermostat. I mean, look at these things. Smart plug-in outlet, so you can like have things on some kind of, you can turn on and off from your phone. Indoor cameras. I mean, some smart oven. I mean, coffee pots. I mean, you name it. There's ovens there, air fryers. I mean, look at this, just robot vacuums. I mean, look at this stuff. It's already here. I mean, just look how fast I'm scrolling. Scales, man, Pelotons, workout equipment, everything's smart. Everything's smart. Everything's got a camera on it too, so it can watch you and record what you're doing. Your phone's recording you. Everything's recording you. So yeah, it's there. And trust me, it'll be fast forward beyond going into the future. So what's number 6? The greenhouse effect may cause Canada's population to surpass that of the United States as U.S. citizens immigrate to warmed up areas of Canada, attracted by favorable living conditions and working conditions. Well, this is some climate change nonsense. They were talking about that back in 1989, but are people moving to Canada? Yes, Americans are moving to Canada. Whenever I actually searched this out, there was hundreds of articles talking about this. 5 good reasons to move to Canada from the U.S. This is from October 16, 2020. Over 10,000 U.S. citizens and residents pivot north every year to settle into Canada through express entry. Earlier this year, Donald Trump halted immigration into the United States until the end of the year. Trump administration also recently announced major changes to H-1B visa program. Just reading about what they say about Trump. So yeah, why do U.S. residents immigrate to Canada? Free universal health care, better work-life balance. Apparently, workers in Canada enjoy shorter hours. Workers average about 47 hours a week. Paid holidays, enjoy paid holidays such as Canada Day. I mean, that's dumb. Paid maternity leave. More accepting of migrants. So anyway, so we have a lot of that going on. A lot of people going to Canada, right? Why would you want to go there? I have no idea. Justin Trudeau's running the place. He's like Gavin Newsom on steroids. So you notice though, a lot of these things already happening, man. 1989, right? 7, replacing defective genes with healthy substitutes will be a common medical practice by the first decade of 21st century. So is that happening? Well, let me show you. Gene replacement therapy. You've heard of this? This has been going on for some time. I've actually known people that done this. And so what this does is involved by replacing missing gene product by inserting a normal gene into somatic cells. This is approach is best suited to correcting loss of function mutations that result in non-functional or missing gene product. Inserting a normal gene supplies a missing product. So yeah, we're already doing that. Already doing that. So what do we have? What do we have next? I mean, are you guys blown away? Do I need to show that it was from 1989 again for you for you to be blown away? All right, number 8, smart cars. I like how they use the word smart. In 1989, they were using the word smart, like, and that is the word they actually use for these technological devices, right? And isn't that weird? Smart cars with built-in computers that will integrate navigation systems with collision avoidance systems and control that adjust the speed of the car, distance and speed of the vehicle being followed. Eventually, automatic chauffeuring systems will be added that will do all the driving. All right, so I know my truck has a lot of these things: integrated navigation system, collision avoidance, control. It'll keep it in the lane. All these sort of things. Almost drive itself. So, who else has done this? I mean, did Elon Musk write this article? Because Tesla, right? Autopilot and full self-driving capability. Some Tesla models can drive completely themselves, right? And they can come pick you up by itself. And I don't know if you ever saw this, but Elon Musk is building a robot, right? The household robot. This robot can learn tasks, basically download stuff, and it can defend, it can cook, it can do clothes, and it can get into Tesla, drive to the grocery store, and go shopping for you on the list you give it. So, and he's already working on that. So I would imagine that's going to happen soon. The cars can already drive themselves. That way, the Tesla has the robot inside and goes there, right? So we've got it. Number 9 is, and they're totally wrong on this one, I believe. There will be an increase in 2-generation geriatric families during the 1990s. Adult children in their 60s and 70s caring for parents in their 90s. This could lead to changes in everything from redesigned houses to slowed down traffic lights. We know this is not going to happen. They're going to control the population. They're not going to allow a bunch of people living a long time. It's not going to happen. So they were wrong on this one, right? And then number 10, future gardens will have artificial plants that can be programmed to change colors or even species with the seasons. The increased use of realistic imitation plants, which don't require soil, water, or weeding for outdoor landscaping, could outrage purists, divide communities, and lead to new type zoning laws. I really had no idea to even look this up, but I've seen artificial stuff. I mean, I imagine they had something, maybe not a smart, they probably have smart products like this now that I just didn't see. But right here, December 12th, 1989. So I would say that something like this is spooky. It's kind of like the book 1984, George Orwell. I think Kathy actually said that. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, how a lot of that stuff has come true. It's just eerie how many of these things wind up coming true. This is some article. Who's the author? Does it say? I don't see an author here. Just LA Times Archives, maybe because it's so old. We'll let them know who the author was. Anyway, I guess we don't get to see that. But this list, there were 8 or 9 out of 10. I mean, number 9 could be possible. There could be 60 or 70-year-olds taking care of their 90-year-old mom and dad. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't think they want that. But you see a lot of these things going on. Someone's asking if I have Twitter. Absolutely, I've got Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter. Go follow me on Rumble. I get tired of people. Man, you should post on Rumble. We've been posting on Rumble for a freaking year. Go follow us there. Why don't you go look? It'd be easier to look before you ask or assume that I don't. Of course, we're on Rumble. We're everywhere. Pretty much every social media platform there is, we're on there. The other thing is, too, is while I'm thinking about it, people keep emailing me. I just don't have the time. We don't have the time to email and respond to everyone asking. No, there was no giveaway on Telegram. I blocked this dude from Malaysia. He's trying to scam you and get your credit card. People have fallen for it. Dude, do not give your credit card away, right? Do not give it away to someone on Telegram. That is dumb, right? Some guy sent me a list. He was winning like 15 different guns, and if he only had to send his credit card info for shipping. Come on, dudes. Anyway, we don't do giveaways on Telegram. You'll know if I do a giveaway. I will say it on a video. I will say that we're doing a giveaway, and I will outline how we're going to do it. It will never be on freaking Telegram. Okay, I'm not on Telegram. But anyway, the thing is a lot of these smart. Thanks, Hawk Davison. A lot of these things with these smart devices like Adam and Tickner and I spoke about the other week, a lot of them can be used for surveillance. They're profiling us. If you have Facebook accounts, things like that, they're using these things to profile you, right? And the bad thing about technology, right, is that you lose the privacy, right? There's a lot of convenience with technology, but you lose essentially all your privacy, right? And it's just like every transaction you make is recorded. Everything you look at, saved in cookies. Where's this information going? Who's using this to profile you, track you, all these sort of things. The future's scary. I actually liked it better back in the day when I was a kid. Than I'd rather do without the conveniences personally. I think we had a much simpler life. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. Was this a roadmap, or did they know? Using terms like the smart, and the fact that I can't find the author of it, but smart device, eerie. Anyhow, guys, I just thought this was a unique video. Always like to look in the archives, because you'll find so many things in the archives that will see how it relates to today, and it'll blow you away. Anyhow, guys, thanks for tuning in, and remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and stay dangerous, and unplug that Amazon Echo or Show or whatever you got. Alexa, unplug that thing. Good night.